we will talk about berberine in this video. Last video was about berberine and metformin. Berberine, some people consider as a replacement for metformin. It is not so. Berberine has different impact to our body, but only what is similar, that it can reduce concentration of glucose in the blood. And berberine. So it was used for centuries in China as extract mostly from roots of such plants like Chinese golden thread, like this, and it has roots, yellow color. If you cut it and get dry out, then it's a bright yellow color, so you can extract with hot water or hot alcohol. You can extract some this berberine, and berberine was used in past as a yellow dye, so for clothes. And but recently again there was some quite many publications, quite many people made research, and they discovered other advantages. So that probably berberine is not so is good for us. As I said, it was used in China mostly for diarrhea, for bacterial diseases in guts, and then it is main what they are doing. The berberine is mostly make impact to our microbiome in the guts. Its penetration to the blood is very low, so that it is actually blocking the penetration also of other substances, even glucose from our gut to blood. So we have lesser concentration of the glucose as a result of if we take berberine. But also if it goes to inside itself, goes to inside the blood, then it accumulates inside the blood, because it accumulates mostly in mitochondria. In mitochondria, in the this membrane. And in membrane, it disrupts the diffusion of gases, disrupts the diffusion of glucose and some other substances. So it is actually make mitochondria work not so well, and mitochondria cannot produce enough energy, enough ATP molecules, and then the cell is has not enough energy, and the cell, the nucleus gives the command to produce more mitochondria. So, and also it gets to autophagy state. So it is considered as good, but this is a kind of result of hormesis. So it takes time to accumulate berberine inside our body, but also I believe you cannot use it all days without intervals to remove the berberine from your body. So maybe one month to take and 3 months to avoid the berberine. It is not work. It does not work like metformin. Not like this at all. But because of very small concentrations in our body, it has less side effects. So it's possible to use it. Not only the diarrhea, not only against bacteria in guts, harmful bacteria in guts, but also it was discovered that even it is useful against depression, because it is producing short chain fatty acids. With berberine, we have a microbiome which produces more short fatty acids, and also the some hormones, and then our body is functioning better, our brain is functioning better, and it is also suppress development of cancer cells. And I believe there was no such research, but I believe it also should suppress the release of this CAPC, so this signal molecules from senescent cells, from zombie cells. So I believe that it is good to combine it with metformin, like half gram of metformin per night and half gram of metformin at morning. If you don't have the diabetes, or if you have diabetes, then you have to get prescribed. It has to be prescribed from your physician. But if you are healthy like myself, I will try to take berberine at morning, and because of it has fewer side effects, and I will try to check how it works. And again, like 1 month to take, and then to see this impact of the how it works as senolytic, and how it can improve my mood, work of my brain, and so it's probably good idea. From AliExpress and Alibaba you can buy it for cheap. It is of course not guaranteed that you can get the pure substance, but again, be careful and don't buy too much, and check how it works with the supplier. Okay, so again, there are more than 1,500 publications in total about berberine, but yet this how it works is not yet clear. Even for me, I tried to understand. I was reading many reviews and many recent publications about the berberine. It is so many, and again, you can download my presentation and check at least some recent publications on the berberine. Yeah, but what is also, it is also, it alters gut microbial functions through modulation of bile acids. You see, this is quite important publication, May 2020. So it is again, our digestion of fats is improving. So because it is improving the functioning of our liver, and function of our digestive system, so it's actually good. So, but again, diet is the most important thing what you have to consider. But berberine can probably help together with metformin. Okay, what else? Cancer, again, it is suppressing the growth of cancer, because it is damaging mostly cells which are very active or super active in consumption of energy and consumption of glucose. And if concentration of glucose dropping, and also mitochondria work not so well in oxidation of glucose, then the cells which are damaged are the cancer cells and senescent cells, because senescent cells are hyperactive in producing of the signal molecules and spreading this disease, actually, senescence. Well, and it is a very powerful antioxidant, but again, it is not getting so much to the blood, but it works, as I said, so that if mitochondria does not function properly, it is producing a lot of reactive oxygen species, and the cell reacts to keep the hormesis. The cell reacts to it so that it is producing glucagon, the natural antioxidant. And this, with higher concentration of the glucagon, then in long term it is functioning better. But again, you should not keep berberine always the same dose. You have to vary. You have to go up down with this. To my opinion, again, I do not see much information about this, but my opinion is such. But it helps to produce the short-chain fatty acids, and therefore Alzheimer and Parkinson diseases, some these neurodegenerative diseases so can be, if not reversed, but then less damaging. So okay, so berberine is not so bad. Again, its action very close to what metformin does, but different because the metformin is acting directly to ignite autophagy, ignite AMP kinase pathway, but metformin is just disrupting working of mitochondria, and then it is side effects that mitochondria does not work properly, and then they cannot oxidize the glucose, and then there is not enough energy, and then we are getting to this activation of AMPK. Yes, okay, then again, quite many publications, and as I said, it helps even in treatment of depression, because it is our microbiome with berberine. If we take berberine, microbiome is functioning better. Probably it kills some harmful bacteria, and probably it just more carbohydrates is getting to the colon, and then more. So it helps to produce. So it works as anti-inflammatory, anti-oxidation, and yeah, and reduce depression, because serotonin, the cells, bacteria may produce more serotonin, and serotonin gives us some more energy. Especially, I believe that again, if you consume some amount of supplements like 5-HTP, you will get higher concentration of serotonin in your blood and in your guts. So it has to be all considered in combination. Okay, so as I said, quite many publications, and the berberine. Some people try to increase amount of berberine coming to our blood in combination with some other medications, or with some use some nanoparticles to transfer molecules of berberine through the membrane. Okay, this or that, but again, I believe that mostly berberine works through our guts, and then it is changing microbiome, and we depend so much on microbiome, and probably it is worthwhile to try metformin and to see would it be an advantage of it, but together with metformin. Okay, that's actually probably all. I'm not giving medical advice, I just share my ideas and what I'm going to use myself. I think it is worthwhile to try, and I will buy it, I will try to buy it, and so again, I buy relatively cheap, and I don't buy certified some stuff, because it's actually mostly it is all produced in China, but they produce capsules locally or somewhere, and sell it 2, 3, 5 times, even 10 times more expensive than the powder. So powder of this berberine is relatively cheap if you buy it from producers in China. And I hope that because it is relatively easy to produce this berberine powder, it should be not fake, it should be probably good, that we can estimate that it will work. Okay, that's all. Please, if you are interested in these publications, please download my presentation from the from internet. I give the link in the description. And that's all. As I said, the main message is just it is worthwhile to try berberine, and maybe it works, but don't use so much as it is recommended by producers. 2-3 gram, maybe 500 milligram is better what you can use. And be careful, because again, these polyphenols are toxic, actually toxic. You cannot use them all the time, so you have to make some variations. And as berberine takes time to accumulate, about 1 month, you have to maybe take this 1 month to accumulate, then 2-3 months to relax, to not to use it, and then one month again. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, that's all. Have a good day. Ciao.